going on, all you detectives out there? Your two favorite policemen are back tonight, and we're here to wrap up the entire True Detective Night Country season. This is season 4 of the True Detective show, and we're going to be covering the rest of the season. We were here to talk about the premiere episode, and here we are after the 6 episodes have aired, and we're going to review True Detective Night Country.
Love the show. We've been following it since the beginning. Of course, the first season being the best, Woody Harrelson, and of course, Matthew McConaughey. And 4 seasons in, now we have Danvers' character and, of course, Navarro behind me, the two cops in this season, and really kind of focuses on two stories, being a group of scientists at this research facility and this old case they worked on having to do with a character named Annie.
It really is. It's just like the seasons that we've seen before of True Detective, where they go back in time and they take a look at not only the present case, but how it goes into the detectives themselves and the, things that are kind of haunting them all these years later. Well, everything comes down to this season to this research facility in Alaska. There's this murder and some crazy stuff happening at the research facility. And I must say, after all the episodes aired, I didn't really see where it was going to go. They did answer some things by the time it was, by the season was over. And we did get some closure for the characters. We got a lot of glimpses and teases that maybe this season would go supernatural, but by the time the show aired, it really didn't go that route, did it?
Not really. They kind of diving into like early on in the first few episodes of the season. I thought they were really going about it in a supernatural aspect, and the final product after the end. Episode 6, there's a little bit of it, but not as much as I was hoping for. It was having to do with all these spirits, the spirit realm, essentially people, the ghosts of Ennis, Alaska, that are always around, and they're having to do with Navarro's character, her dealing with this, and old people and people that were murdered, and her connection with them. What we were talking about the first episode that really set up the season was the research facility. A bunch of scientists goes crazy, and they're trying to figure it out, like what happened to these scientists. They kind of disappear. There's tongue that was cut off, a bunch of weird random stuff. So you think it's going to go this route, but it really goes a completely different route. Throughout the 6 episodes, you're trying to discover and understand what exactly is happening here as they're investigating this case. And it really sets up some really, eerie scenes and a lot of kooky characters in this town of Ennis.
Yeah, this season deals a lot with the mine being there and a lot of, indigenous people living in the area and pollution and, the implications of that. Well, these people are trying to do research in this facility, and it has to do something with, biology. We'll say, we won't spoil what exactly it is that they're looking for, but it really ends up coming down to the whole, political climate that's going on in this time with, a lot of people on the picket line, going on strike and trying to get this, trying to get this mining stopped because it turns out that it's, damaging the environment there and leading to a lot of adverse, consequences in that way. Well, the whole time, we're dealing with Danvers' character, played here, Jodie Foster. She's always great. She did a phenomenal job for these 6 episodes. She really played this character, really fleshed out character. By the time the 6 episodes aired, her character goes in a lot of different directions. You learn about her past and what she's been carrying with her, why she does what she does. And then you have Navarro's character, who's dealing with her own trauma and her own things that have happened to her and what she's discovered. She, has come across death in Ennis before in this previous case, finding this young girl killed. And then when things start happening at this research facility, it triggers all this stuff from her past, which leads into what's actually going on there. But, I must say that it started out really promising, but it felt like as the episode started to go on, it started to kind of wander a bit, and it, just lost its focus and wasn't able to stick the landing like we were talking about earlier. By the time the 6th episode aired, it really felt like they had a lot to cover. And, that was in the 5th episode where something really major happened. And then you knew that the next episode was going to have to wrap everything up. And it just felt like they had to force a lot into these 6 episodes rather than take their time and give us, 4 more good episodes and really flesh everything out and give us a satisfying ending.
Yeah, because the ending was totally rushed. But like we were saying in the beginning, yeah, I would have loved to see an 8 to 10 episode run of this. It would have ironed everything out, and would have felt so rushed in the final episode where it kind of got silly at points. Starts off super strong. I was super excited, and then like towards the middle, fourth and fifth episode, you start to wondering like how are they going to wrap this all up in one more episode? There's so much going on in this, and yeah, they didn't really pull that off. They didn't stick the landing with the final episode, which is a big disappointment because I was super excited for this. The whole setting of the season made me super excited, loving Alaska, loving cold vibe. It's, the Arctic, the frozen tundra, what people are going through there, the natives and ghosts and all this stuff. It was a really cool setting and backdrop for this, but unfortunately some of the writing just didn't work and made some silly mistakes.
I agree with you. Yeah, no, the setting of Alaska really was the star of the show here. With that, they were able to do so much with all these days of night there. It's complete darkness for weeks, and there's crazy murder that happens right at the beginning. So it's couldn't have been a cooler setting for this. With a little bit better writing and more episodes to work with, they could have really fleshed something out and made it special, I feel like. Whereas now it had some really great performances and some cool tie-ins to the first season. A couple threads that come out of that season. It was a nice little homage there, but overall, can't help but be just a little bit disappointed with how things turned out. I was really hoping for something special here. The first couple episodes were really promising, and it just never quite fulfilled the expectations that I had. Not to say that it's bad, but it should have been better.
Yeah, it just wasn't as great as we thought it would be. We're going in with high hopes, got a Jodie Foster returning to this genre, a TV show, and introducing Navarro's character and having this, chemistry and relationship. And yeah, it just didn't feel like they're fully fleshed out here, and huge disappointment. And after watching the final, episode 6 the other night, I just felt like unfulfilled.
Me too. I felt the same exact way. Yeah, it was just good performances, but they couldn't execute the landing. But still, I'd rank it up top 3 seasons, I'd say, for True Detective. Definitely not the worst season, and some great performances. Christopher Eccleston, I recognized him. Doctor Who, of course, and The Leftovers from HBO 2 with Justin Theroux. That show, he was great on that too. And seeing him back in this, he really felt natural for him to be in this. And then you just had some actors and actresses that you hadn't seen before too. A lot of people doing big work on here, and everybody gave it their best. It wasn't anybody's fault on this. It just, the writing, and ultimately they just couldn't do everything in 6 episodes. So with that being said, I am going to give season 4 of True Detective Night Country, I'm going to give it a 3.5 out of 5 Jodie Foster hairpieces.
I thought, some of the writing was pretty decent. The Silver Sky Mining Company polluting the town, polluting the water, the animals, everything, and what they're going against with that, and then having to do with the research facility. I didn't really see that coming, and then how that all worked out in the end was pretty interesting. And what they're trying to do is save the world, without giving too much away. With that being said, I'm going to give the newest season of True Detective, called Night Country, I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5 Jodie Foster hairpieces.
So we want to hear from all you guys. What did you guys think of True Detective Night Country? Did you like it more than us? Let us know in the comment section below. And as always, don't forget to stab, subscribe. Also follow along with us on all our social media pages, Facebook, Instagram, and X, and our website, Cinephellas.com, for all the latest and greatest in TV, movie news, and reviews.
That's right. Stay tuned to our YouTube channel right here. Me and this guy are always back every week with a bunch of new movie and TV reviews, stuff going on in the entertainment business, and more. So coming in hot in the month of March with a lot more videos.
Oh, yeah. We'll be back very soon. And also, we'll have a new Fellas giveaway to announce. So stay tuned to this here channel. And until the next Cinefellas TV review, I'm Uncle Henry Pizzolatto.
And I'm Logan Foster signing out until the next TV review. Cheers!
Cheers!